Hi,
Alan.
hi.
How's it going?
I do. Baruch Hashem. Good. How's
Who's
retired life?
I'm
How's retired? Yeah,
busy. I'm busy here and there. There's always something to do.
good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's Seattle
Um,
playing tomorrow Sunday?
the Rams, believe it or not.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking of going to the game. I think the cheapest ticket is
Have you ever been, have you,
$120 or something like that.
have you ever been to a game there at SoFi? Have you
I've
been
never
there?
been to SoFi. No, have you been there, SoFi?
The parking is like $75 or $80. It's
I
crazy.
used to
So
take,
lucky people
yeah,
go with an Uber. It's ridiculous. They charge an arm and a leg for everything.
everything, yeah. And you
Yeah,
get a hot dog too. Huh?
the urinals are on a timer. So for people like us, it's going to cost us a fortune.
Well, I think we go to Ernie. He'll give us something to do. Either to make a faster stream or else to be able to hold it
Right.
up for a while.
Or maybe start when you're home.
Oh.
Yeah, start when you're home in the
Get a
car.
bottle. Carry a bottle.
I was there twice. I went to go see the Chargers play the Browns, and it was interesting because most of the fans were Browns fans. They have very few Charger fans because they're based in San Diego. Yeah, very few Charger fans. But the stadium's beautiful.
Right,
beautiful stadium.
Nice stadium. Yeah. Well, they want to make up the cost in 1 or 2 years.
It seems like
so much for it. Yeah. Yeah.
What I can't understand is you go to these sporting events and you see a lot of minorities there. Hispanics.
How do they afford it? Yeah, how do they afford it?
I don't know.
How they afford it.
I don't know. The basketball games for sure. They're always in the front row.
They're all the. Yeah, I know.
All those rappers.
Oh yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't get it. Yeah. I don't know. And now they're taking everything off the TV. You have to pay for a watching game too. I can't.
Yeah, everything.
I can't even see a game I want.
Yeah, they put it on. They put it on Paramount or YouTube or Amazon.
We have to pay for it. Yeah, and if it's a lousy game, you feel you're taken.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I belong to this. I get this thing where I can get the games afterwards. They just have the best plays. They have
that's all you need.
Recap. That's all I need. So what is I see. You don't have to see a guy running for 2 yards and get tackled. Who cares about that? You want to see the long plays.
Yeah, the games take so long. Yeah, most of it's advertising anyway.
Oh, right. That's right.
Well, YouTube has always. I'm saying YouTube always has.
Yeah, YouTube has. Yeah, but you have to have YouTube TV. You have to sign up for that.
No, your regular YouTube also has, synopsis of the games.
Oh, synopsis.
They do?
Synopsis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever advertise on TV your product?
Yeah, but mostly on the Food Channel and shows the women. The cable shows that women were watching.
Do they still advertise? They still advertise your product?
Yeah, mostly on cable.
That's good. They're doing okay.
Yeah.
How's the product? Yeah, still good.
Very good. They're doing very well. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
We're on 15.
Yeah.
15. B'nei Chorin of Bnei Bris. B'nei Chorin Jews lemutei avodim. That avodim cannot serve as witnesses. B'nei Bris lemutei goy. Utzrichat yesh min eved mishum dein lo yachas. An eved has no yichus. Aval goy yesh lo yachas. A goy is related to his father, like it says Hadrimon ben Tavrimel ben Chazoel. So maybe aim alone. Maybe he wouldn't be rejected. Yashmin and goy mishum lo shaykh b'mitzvahs. A non-Jew doesn't perform mitzvahs. Aval eved, the shaykh b'mitzvahs, he does mitzvahs like a woman. Aim alone. Maybe he would not be rejected. Tzricha. Then v'anoshim b'chlal hanezek. Women can be damaged, and you would owe them payment, and they can also be damagers. Anonymily, Amra Vidam Rav, Chain Tan Very Shmuel, Amra Kra, Ish O Isha Ki Asumi Kol Chatois. Hishva Kosov Isha Le Ish Kol Oinshin Shabbat. All punishments in the Torah, men and women are the same. Ver Blazer Ton of Elam Mishpat Masher Tasim Lifneim. Hishva Kosov Isha Le Ish Kol Din in Shabbat. The various laws of Nizikin, they're compared. Vechizki Rabbi Yosef Liitana Amra Kra Vehemis Ish O Isha. This is by an ox that gores. So you see clearly. Hishva because of Isha Leisha Chol Misa Shabbatorah. When somebody is killed, if a man or woman does the killing or they get killed, it's the same din. Utzricha. Yeshmin Kamaisa, if I've only been told about that a woman brings a chatas, maybe Hasam, Shechas Rachman Alei, Kiechet Kapara. Women, maybe there's special leniency by korbanos because we want women to have atonement. Aval dinim, but money payments, maybe each of our muscle mutton, a man does this business in Ishalo. V'yashmin and dinim. If I would have been told that regarding monetary law, men and women are comparable. Why? Because we wanted to be able to make a parnos. Aval kapara, ish devar mitzvah in, ish of the lavas mitzvah lo. Women don't have the same amount of mitzvahs, so maybe they don't have a din kapara. If I have these two dinim, hacha mishum kapara v'hacha mishum chayusa. Aval in katala, to pay koifer for somebody who gets killed by a shore. Ish devar mitzvah l'shalem koifer, ish lo. Yashmin koifer, I've been told the woman has to pay koifer. Yishum deka ibud neshamas. That's very stringent, so it applies even by women. Avalhani tarti the leka, but by just punishment damages, ema shalo, the leka ika neshama ema lo. So tzricha had to be told in all these cases. Then on nizik v'mazik v'tashlumin, sometimes they have to share. So itmar palga niska. When we say that a short tom that gores and pays keren, pays half damages, what do we consider that? Rav Papa says mamona. It's considered a damage payment. It's not a fine. You don't pay the whole thing, but it's still damage payment. Rav Rahuna Bred Rav Yeshua knas. He says that they say it's a knas. It's not. It's extrajudicial. It's not really monetary payment. Rav Papa Ramonik Savar Stam Shroim Laveches Kashimur Kan. Really, you can't watch oxen. Bidino Dubai L'Shlume Kule. Mikra Din, you should pay the whole damage, even the first time. Rahman Chasale. The Torah had pity on an owner. Takati lo yai Torah. And until the ox is considered muad bebezdin in, you don't have to pay full damages. But Rav Huna Ber Yeshua Amar Knasa. Regular ox can be watched. Therefore, it's out of the ordinary. You shouldn't have to pay anything. The Torah instituted a fine so that it would incentivize you to watch the animal. Tanan. Hanizik v'mazik v'tashlumin. Both the one who was damaged and the damager share. So, Bishmamanda Amar Palga Nizka Mamoina. I understand, according to the Pshat, that Chatzi Nezik is Mamon. So then, Shayich B'tashlumin, then even the guy who got damaged is sort of giving up half of his payment, he's sharing. Elamanda Amar Palga Nizka Knasa, Hashta Labdi Day Shakel, the Nizik really isn't entitled to anything. So what kind of B'tashlumin is? So what do we mean that he's involved in the Tashlumin? Lo nischel l'pchas nevela. Like we said, that the nizik holds on to the carcass, and the difference between what it was when it was killed versus when there was Amad B'din, he takes that up. That was already taught. Tashlumei nezek. Malamid shabayim etapim b'devela, that the owner whose cow got killed, he deals with the carcass. So the Gemara said, Chada b'short tam, v'chada b'muad. We needed to teach me both by a tam and a muad. Tzricha. Yashmin and b'tam, maybe mishum dakati lo yai. It had not become muad bebezdin. And maybe there we would say, that's why the mazik doesn't have to pay the pchas nevela. Aval b'muad ema shalo. Maybe it wouldn't be on the nizik to deal with the carcass. Maybe the mazik has to deal with it. So we have to be told, no. V'yashmin b'muad, you shouldn't become a shalim kulei. The mazik is paying the whole damage. So then there we don't make him deal with the nevela. Aval tam, where he's only paying half, maybe he has to deal with the chas nevela. So tzricha, I had to be told in both cases. Torshma. Ma ben tam lemuid, shatam mechalitzat meshalim chatzig nesik megufo. That you an ox that never gored before, who did damage, you take it from the body of the shore itself. Umud misham nezik shalim in aliyah, from any asset of the mazik. V'im isa, if chatzi nezik is only a knas, listening nami, when it said ma bein tam lemud, it should have said tam eina misham al piatzmo. Moide beknas, if you confess, you don't have to pay. So it should have said, by a tam, if he admits, you don't have to pay. Umuad misham al piatzmo, you would still have to pay by muad. So the Gemara says it could have mentioned it, but Tana v'Shire it left it out. Ma Shire the high Shire. If it left out that, it must have left other things. What else did it leave out? Shire chatzi koifer. That means a tam doesn't pay chatzi koifer, and a muad pays full koifer. Imishum chatzi koifer lav shiur. That's not a leaving it out, because Amar Rabbi Yosef Li shomer tam mishal chatzi koifer. The Mishnah is Rabbi Yosef Li, who says that a tam does pay chatzi koifer. So no raya from there. Toshma. Hemis shori as ploini. A person admits and says, my ox killed such and such person. Oh, Hemis shori as shori shalploini. Or my ox killed Chaim Yankel's ox. I raise him as shalim al piatz. Well, he pays. Now, if he pays, it must be that it's not a knas, because a moide b'knas is potter. My love, the top. We must be talking about a top. And if he's paying, even though he admitted it's not knas, it's mammon. Versus lo b'muad. The case is a muad. Aval tamai. So what are you going to say? By a tam, that if he admits to the crime or to the act, he doesn't pay. What did the seif of that brisa say? Hey, he doesn't pay for an evet, it's knas, and therefore he would be potter. Why would you wait to the seif? Liflog v'lisna b'tidei. You should have argued in the beginning. When do we say that he pays if he admits b'muad? If it's indeed knas. So the Gemara says kula b'moed kamay. The whole Mishnah is muad, and it's not dealing with tam at all. Toshma zeakla kol hamishlam yoisra mashi izik. Whenever someone pays more than what he damaged, ein mishlam al piatzmo. It's a knas. It's extrajudicial, and he doesn't have to pay that. Now, my love, what are we talking about? only if you pay more. Ha pochos mimashi izik, like chatzi nezek, if you pay less, mishalim. Must be that it's not a knas. Morris says low. Don't be medak that way. Ha kemashi izik. The deal is if he has to pay exactly what he damaged, mishalim. Aval pochos mai. Hachadami shalom mishalim. But if he's going to pay chatzi nezek, if he confesses, he's going to be potter. Yochi. Adatani, why did you wait to say Zak Klal? Kol Mishlam Yoisra Mashi Izik, and Mishlam Piatzmo. Listening, Zak Klal Kol She'en Mishlam Kamashi Izik. Shemash Mapochus Umash Yoisra. In that case, it would have implied whether you paid less or paid more. So this seems to be Tiyufta. This is a kasha on those that say that Chatzi Nezik is a Knas. So Hilchas Apalga Nizka Knas. The final halacha is that Chatzi Nezek is a Knas. So the Gemara doesn't understand. Tiyufta v'ilchasa? You just knocked it out of the box with a tiyufta. And then you get a paskin halacha like it? Gemara says in. Because time of my havi tiyufta mishum shalok tani kimoshi izik. He pointed out that it didn't say if it did damage exactly like the damage. Because why lo psikale? There's other times where we learn that if an animal kicks up stones with its feet and those stones roll and do damage, you also pay chatzi nezik, but that is not a fine. That's money payment. That's why he didn't mention Mishal and Kamashi Izik. It only referred to Yoisra Mashi because he didn't want to confuse us regarding the Tzoris case. Okay, Hashad the Armitz Pagan Izga Knasa. So now that you've come up that Chatzi Nezek is a Knas, Hai Kalba the Achar Einri, a dog that ate a sheep, Vishuna the Achar Tanagola, and a cat that ate a chicken, Mishunahu. These are not normal activities of dogs and cats to eat such large animals. So it's not a regular type of damage. So it's not like a told of Shane where an animal does damage through eating. No, it's like a told of Karen where you pay Chatzi Nezek. However, Kanas was only collected in Eretz Yisrael. So Lo Magbin and Babavel. This type of Kanas could not be collected in Babylonia because there was no Kanas in Bavel. Hanimili Beravri. That's if the cat or dog ate a large animal. Aval bezutri, if they were very small, orchu. That would not be a Karen. That would be like Shane. And you would pay mammon damage in Bava. Now, even though it's a Knas, itofas, if the guy who got damaged grabs money of the mazik, lo mafkim, we don't take it away from him. V'cheni Omar, if the guy who got damaged said in Bezdin, Kovali Zimna Dazin Lard Yisrael, they gave me an appointment date in Eretz Yisrael for Din Knossos, and I want the mazik to come to that Bezdin too, Kavinan Lay. And we force the one who did the damage to go there. The Ilo Azal Meshabtinan Lay. If he doesn't go, we put him in the Cherem. Ubenkach. Mishabtinan Lay Adamas Masalik Hezeka. We put the guy in Cherem until he got rid of these dangerous animals. In Rav Nosson. Rav Nosson number 9 shall yigal Adam Kelev Rabatoch Beso. Person shouldn't have a rabid dog in his house. Or have a dangerous ladder. So if Beis Din doesn't, if you don't get rid of the dog, Beis Din will force you to do so. Put you into cherem. Chamisha tamim v'chamisha muadim. There are 5 examples of tam and 5 examples of muad. Habehema in muadis lo ligach. A behema is a tam regarding goring with its horn, v'lo ligov to push with its body, v'lo loshach to bite, V'lo lirbots to jump on things, v'lo livot and buck. You only pay half nezek unless it did these things 3 times. What are the 5 things that are muad? Hashem, muades, lechol saroilo. That's regular damage due to eating. An animal is always eating. Haregel, muades, lichbor b'der chilucha. If an animal does damage while it's walking, well, that happens right away. You don't have to go through a tam and muad process. Shora muad, a shore that has gored 3 times, already a muad. Shora mazik b'shusa nizik. If my ox goes into the property line of the damager, then it's muad right away. The ha'adam, a human being that does damage, is a muad right away. Then the ze'ev, the wolf, the ari, the lion, the dove, the bear, the namer, the leopard, the bardalus. It's like a hyena, a nachash, snake. These do damage right away. You don't have to go through 3 times. If they're domesticated in someone's house, then einan muadin. You have to go through a 3-time process. But a nachash is muad loyal. The snake is always dangerous. Miritani Hashem muedes lechol. Bichlal shebachotz ranizik askina. It's muad to eat when you're in the chutz of the nizik. Because b'shus rabim we know you're potter al shem. Ukitani be'ema en muedes l'shalim kulo aval chatzi nezik b'shalemes. When an animal that is not a muad gores, you only pay half nezik. Mani rabononi. The Amri Meshuna Karen B'chatzranis, that when damage is done through a horn, that's a Meshuna, that's not a normal way of doing damage. You only pay Chatzi Nezek Kushmasham, not more. Aim is safer. Shor Muad, V'shor Mazik V'shusa Nizik, a shore that's gored 3 times, or even a regular shore that did damage in the property of the Nizik, V'ha Adam, you pay nezek sholim. Ason Rav Tarfon. Shom Rav Meshuna Karen b'chotzra nizik. Nezek sholim u'mishalim. According to Rav Tarfon, when you're in the property of the nizik, you pay full damage. So what do you tell me? Reisha Rabban on the Sefer Rav Tarfon? Where's this in? Darmalei Shmuel Rav Yudah Shinin or Shavak Nisis L'Sah Basroi. Reisha Rabban on the Sefer Rav Tarfon. Okay. So tomorrow we're going to learn at 7:30.
6:30. 6:30.
6:30, and at 6:30 is the Daf Yomi, and Navi is at 7.
Okay. Good Shabbos.
Shabbos, everybody.